Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Let's Read About the Presidents. We are going to do Mr. James Madison. James Madison, the fourth president. He was born March 16, 1751 in Port Conway, Virginia. He died on June 28, 1836 in Montpelier, in Virginia. He is called he is called the father of the Constitution. His religion is labeled as Episcopalian, same as Washington, and his higher education includes College of New Jersey, aka Princeton University, 1772. His only profession was a politician. His military service was a colonel in the Virginia militia, no active service for 1 year. Oh, same as Mr. Jefferson. So this is James Madison Jr. James Madison Jr. Sr. 1723 to 1801. Madison's mother was Eleanor Rose Conway, and James Madison's wife was Dolly Payne Todd Madison. And his stepchild was John Payne Todd. Political life: member of the Virginia Constitutional Convention, member of the Continental Congress, member of the Virginia Legislature, member of the Constitutional Convention, U.S. Representative, Secretary of State. For his presidency, he had 2 terms, from March 4th, 1809 to March 4th, 1817. Democratic Republican, same as Jefferson. He completed all his both terms. His vice presidents was George Clinton, died while in office, and Elbridge Gerry died while in office. So James Madison outlived both of his vice presidents. Interesting. The election of 1808, electoral votes: Madison won 22, Charles Pinckney 47. No popular vote. Election of 1812, there was a war in 1812. Electoral vote: Madison won 28, and DeWitt Clinton 89. Interesting. Cabinet members include Secretary of State Robert Smith and James Monroe, who was the 5th president. Secretary of the Treasury Albert Gallatin, George W. Campbell, for only 8 months. Mr. Campbell was replaced by Alexander Dallas, and then later by William H. Crawford, all the Secretary of State. Secretary of the Treasury. Secretary of the Treasury. Albert Gallatin, George Campbell, for 8 months. Alexander Dallas and William H. Crawford. That's one. Okay. As Secretary of the Treasury. Secretary of War, William Eustis, John Armstrong, James Monroe again. And James Monroe did both at the same time. William H. Crawford and his attorneys general, attorney generals included Caesar Rodney, William Pinckney, and Richard Rush. Secretary of the Navy, Paul Hamilton, William Jones, and Benjamin Crowninshield. All right. Federalist Papers. Well, we went through that. Don't worry. Don't need to go back to that. Supreme Court appointments by Mr. Madison was Joseph Story and Gabriel Duval. Bill of Rights. First Amendment. We read those already. Did I know that James Madison has the title of being the shortest president at 5'4" tall? That's my height. Population of the United States during James Madison's time, 7,200,000. 239,881. National debt in 1809, 57,023. $57,023 and 192 cents. That's interesting. President's salary has not changed, still 25 grand a year. States admitted to the Union: Louisiana in 1812 and Indiana December 11th, 1816. Warhawks. In the congressional elections of 1810, a group of approximately 20 Democratic Republican congressmen from western and southern states were elected. These young men, the Warhawks, were united in a common belief that the war against Great Britain, including seizing Canada, was the only way America could avenge itself after years of being humiliated by the British practice of impressments, taking sailors by force, and crippling American trade. They successfully took leadership positions, including Kentuckian Henry Clay becoming the Speaker of the House. The Warhawks also succeeded in convincing their fellow congressmen to vote for war, and so they did in June of 1812. Madison's wife Dolly was a popular hostess for both the widower Thomas Jefferson when he was president, as well as for her. That's interesting. Did I know the Madisons held the first inaugural ball in 1809? And Madison was half cousin twice removed by George Washington. So that's James Madison for you. Hope you enjoyed it.